We ain't found Sith.
Warning, the following podcast contains speculation, which may be confused with spoilers, although it may also contain spoilers. You have been warned.
Hello y bienvenido a We Ain't Found Sith, capítulo número 70. I am your host. My name is Evan. And the guy that's on, well, I guess if you're looking at the screen, he's on my left. But technically, he's kind of on my right. Producer Fungus.
Yoga Fuego.
Yeah. And we may or we may not be joined by Pedro later. He's not answering. We don't know where he's at. So it is what it is. Anyways, not a huge weekend, not a whole ton of stuff. But we did get one major thing, and that is we got the trailer for Mandalorian season 2, and we will be breaking that down. We will be going over it. But before we do that, quick little tidbits that popped up today. Disney Plus has announced WandaVision will be coming to Disney Plus December 2020.
What is that?
WandaVision is the Marvel show with Scarlet Witch and the Vision.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Same actor?
And I did see some footage that Falcon and Winter Soldier is back filming again. We got a little picture of Sebastian Stan and Anthony Mackie on the set. So it looks like they're getting back to work on that. They're going. So stuff to look forward to. And also, we are a local show, and as a local show, I have no problem admitting I am a homer. Congratulations to Miami Heat winning Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So Gus, you guys pretty much recorded like right after the game ended.
Yeah, man. I mean, we were supposed to start right after regulation, but then it went into overtime, so we kind of started at the beginning of overtime.
we got to see your live reactions.
Yes.
It was pretty dope, man. It was a little bit, it was a little something different, but I liked it.
It's a great game, bro.
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I'm a Miami homer. I will root for them, but I'm also like extremely superstitious.
Oh.
And like I'm the guy that's like, well, I haven't watched the game like all season, and they've been winning. If I watch the game and they lose, it's because I watched the game.
Yeah.
Right,
that makes sense.
So I got to keep on doing what I've been doing all season long, which is not watching them.
Exactly.
It changes if there's a group of us. Like if I'm in a group, then I can be like, okay, well, I'm in a group. It's not my fault. But if I'm watching home alone, like,
yeah,
like I didn't watch the Dolphins game except for like a few minutes, and they lost. So now I feel like I can watch a Dolphins game. I'm not going to affect them one way or another.
Yeah.
Like if they lose, it's not because of me.
Exactly. You got to test out the theory.
Yeah. But yeah, I am that way. Like I had not watched the Marlins at all, and then I watched the Marlins game with my dad, and now they're like at 500, and I had to stop watching. I was like, I can't, because I am the bad luck guy.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah, that is what it is. Anyways, so congratulations, Miami Heat, Eastern Conference Finals. Just great season overall.
Oh, yeah.
But let's jump into it. Other quick news that came out today. PS5 came out, announced what they're dropping. $500 for the regular system. $400 if you choose to get it without a disc drive and just get all your games digitally.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of games announced. The only one that caught my attention, just because some of my friends were talking about it in the chat, was the Harry Potter role-playing game, where it's like an immersive world of like GTA style, I guess.
All right,
an open world that you can go all over the place or whatever.
That's pretty cool. There's probably going to be a bunch of walls that you can walk through and shit like that.
Yeah. But I don't even know if I'm going to get a PlayStation 5, so it's not.
Yeah.
Not something. But Pedro, who's our video game guy, he's the
Mhm.
one that would have been all about the PS5 and the specs and all of that. Hopefully, he'll be on. If he doesn't come on later, hopefully he'll be on next week. Then he can gush all over the stuff that he saw and all that. I know he's all into like the hardware and the performance and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Shameful admission: I have never owned a PlayStation.
I've only ever owned the PlayStation 2.
There you go.
Actually, no, I take that back. After I had the PlayStation 2, when they came out with like the PS1, the portable version,
Oh yeah.
the one that was like the little mini one that you could attach the screen to it, I had that for a bit.
All right.
But then it's weird. I was always a Nintendo guy.
Yeah.
And all the way up through GameCube. And then GameCube really was kind of behind on some stuff. And when they came out with the PS2, and like I got really into Madden. Those were back in the days when like Edwin and I and like a few other friends, like we would get into like we would have like Madden tournaments with each other and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I had to get a PS2 because that's what we were all playing Madden on. And God forbid you were playing Madden on a different system, and like the controller when you switched over, like it always messes with you.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way, bro. The last Nintendo I had was a Super Nintendo.
Jesus.
Shit. Yeah.
But that's when I switched to PS2, and then after PS2, when Edwin joined the Navy, Edwin got an Xbox 360. And I hadn't upgraded yet. I was probably gonna get a PS3, and he was like, "No, dude, I got a 360, and our buddy Carlos got a 360, and like we're playing with each other like online and stuff like that. Get a 360 so you can play with us online as well." So I switched over to Xbox. I've been an Xbox guy since.
Nice.
My last two systems have been Xbox systems. So
no way, man. After my Super Nintendo, I got a Sega Genesis. And then after that, I got a Dreamcast, and that's the last thing I ever owned.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But man,
right,
yeah.
Bro. But to be fair, my little brothers did get some PlayStations and shit like that. So if
but you never went through like you see like Edwin would get off of like whatever duty he had. I would get home from work like around 9:30. And then we would jump on and like from like 10 a.m. From like 10 p.m. to like 3 a.m. we'd be playing like Halo 3 or FIFA or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
So it was like those were our nights every night.
Yeah. Nah, man. I mean, my sister here is trying to say that my brother and her both had Nintendo 64s, but they weren't mine. They were theirs. Like,
There you go. Anyways, you've got the video queued up. Shall we just jump right into it?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, let's drop the volume on it a bit because we don't want to. Well, there's not like licensed music in it, right?
I don't think so. No.
You know what? We've got a small following. If you're watching us on YouTube and we get like kicked from it, let us know. But Facebook doesn't. Facebook's not going to block anything, so let's go ahead. Let's play it with audio.
All right. I think I didn't turn the audio on.
No, you did. You did.
Oh, okay. Good.
Remember what I was saying last week? Can you pause?
No.
You can't pause it?
Oh, yeah. There, paused.
So remember what I was saying last week about, like, I think the Mandalorian's going to get a new ship?
Yes.
So I don't know if you noticed that when the ship is flying there, like, it's kind of flying kind of like, almost like side to side-ish a little bit. The back of it is, like, propped open. I think the ship may have been damaged. I think that prediction that I had, who knows? We might be getting a new ship.
Nice. All right, you want to keep going?
Yeah.
All right.
Show me the one safety deemed.
All right, now tell me, Eben, who's that guy?
The voice talking or this guy?
This guy right here walking.
Well, that's the Mandalorian.
What?
This you must determine.
Tusken Raider on a bantha.
Songs of eons past.
We go to some sort of ice planet.
Battles between Mandalore the Great and an order of sorcerers called Jedi.
Pause.
You expect me to search?
Okay, so that hooded figure right there that they just showed, that is WWE superstar Sasha Banks.
Ooh.
So we weren't.
She plays a Jedi, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, it depends. Right? Are they giving us straight up information with the voiceover? Like, this is all audio from the final episode of season 1.
Yeah.
This is the Smith, who was like the leader of the clan or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, this is the audio from that episode. But yeah, if she's talking about the Jedi and they show her, you might go like, oh, maybe she's playing a Jedi. But what if she's not playing a Jedi? What if she's like just like a super skilled warrior or something? So
I don't know. I have a feeling she's gonna be force sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Search the galaxy and deliver this creature to a race
there
of
she is.
enemy sorcerers.
And there she is.
And she's gone.
This is the way.
Baby Yoda was like, "Yo, magicians are dope as fuck."
The illusions.
Was that a TIE fighter?
Those are X-wings.
Oh, the X-wing. Okay.
But I think that's like a escort, not a.
This is no place for a child.
Mando's got his rocket pack.
Rocket in my pocket.
So I've heard.
Ooh.
You know, we're gonna get like some alien fighting.
Yeah.
Peace out of here.
Deuces. Oh man, totally killed that guy.
This is the way.
Would you be mad if that's how the scene was? If the
What?
scene is like Baby Yoda goes into the thing, so like it goes all black like that, so that like it's like we're in the pod and you hear all the fighting, and then like he opens it back up and like all the people are like, would you be mad or would you just be like, whatever?
I think that would be interesting. I wouldn't be mad.
All
But
right.
I do. I kind of want to see the action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I personally want to see the action.
Yeah.
We've already seen in the first season that Mando can fight. I'd like to see him fight like a group of people that like probably not that skilled. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You know what, man? You know what this show does need? Like,
What?
you know how like the first season was very much like a Western?
Yes.
We need a good old fashioned like saloon brawl.
I mean, that was like the first scene of the.
Well,
of
no,
the
he
first episode of
gets
season
into
one.
it with like 3 guys. I'm talking about like
But that was in a saloon
brawl where like everybody in the saloon is fighting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That would be
like,
good.
You know?
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, so that's a nice little trailer. We're a little bit under 2 months away from the release of the series. It'll release weekly, just like the first season did.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'll be honest, like if it's another 8-episode season, that should be basically right up until the end of December. And
carry us out of 2020, thank the Lord.
Well, I'm assuming they said WandaVision for December 2020. I don't think that they would program against themselves, right? Like, I would assume Mandalorian ends, and then the following week WandaVision starts.
Yeah.
I don't know, Louis, Edwin, you guys are listening in. I mean, any thoughts on that? You guys think that? You guys think they started at the same time?
Let them know what WandaVision is, because I didn't know what it was before.
So WandaVision is the Marvel show that is, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch, and Vision from the Avengers. So let us know your thoughts. If you guys think, would they actually start that show before Mandalorian has ended, or would they end Mandalorian and then start that show?
When would that show take place?
So it's weird, and they've been very hush hush on it. Paul Bettany has said it is one of the weirdest things Marvel has like attempted to do. And judging by like the brief little trailer that we got like a year ago for the Super Bowl or whatever, it looks like the show kind of jumps like different TV genres and stuff like that. Because like there's a lot of scenes where like it's the two of them, and it looks like it's just like different like classic sitcoms and stuff like that. So,
you know who does that? What's that DC show that I
Legends of Tomorrow?
Legends of Tomorrow. They do that sometimes. Some
They do that. Hey, look who it is!
Decided to join us.
Fucking night, bro.
I knew it. I called it, bro.
I'm taking naps.
Taking naps.
All
There you
good.
go.
All good.
We just went over the Mandalorian trailer for season 2.
Oh man, that shit! You saw that 2 seconds of Ahsoka? That's probably going to be the very end of the season.
You think that was Ahsoka?
Yeah, the one in the robe. She had an orange face. It has to be Ahsoka.
No, that's Sasha. That's Sasha Banks.
Word? That looked like an orange face. I just assumed that was Ahsoka.
Nah, dude. Maybe play around with the settings and try to get some.
I'm gonna watch that shit. I'm gonna watch that shit right now because that looked like Ahsoka to me. But whatever, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, that's WWE superstar Sasha Banks. Someone already like blew up the picture and was like, "Hey, look who it is!" You know. And we know that Ahsoka, they've been saying, is going to be played by Rosario Dawson.
Rosario Dawson, yeah.
Yeah. I know that. I could have sworn it was. I thought it was Ahsoka.
Yeah. The other things that came out today is WandaVision confirmed for December 2020. So they will be releasing that before the end of the year. We were just discussing. Do you think that they're going to release it before Mandalorian ends, or are they going to end Mandalorian and then release WandaVision?
I think they're going to do it after Mandalorian because I think Mandalorian's more hyped up.
Right? I think so. Like, not to mention that, like, if your idea, if you want to have people watching your service, like, why would you have them tune in on one night and stream 2 episodes of 2 different shows?
Exactly.
When you can finish a show and then stream another episode, you know.
I mean, it's all digital. They should really just release everything at the same time. The hardcore fans are going to watch everything. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true.
I don't mind watching it week to week, man.
I do.
Like how it gives me something to look forward to every week. Yeah, there's a new episode of Mando tonight.
Didn't they start doing that with the boys? They have a new episode last week. I didn't see it.
Yep, I haven't seen it yet either.
So I'm the only one that saw it.
Yeah,
I guess.
I want to wait until it's done.
I'm actually not sure if I saw it or not. I don't.
You're not sure if you saw it or not. They go.
I might have turned it on and then just knocked out because it was. Really
they go on a road trip. No, finds his wife.
Let's not ruin it. So.
Yeah, no, I don't think I saw it.
No, okay. It's not spoilers. It's like been all over.
Except I haven't seen any of that shit. I actually want to fucking get surprised when this shit's over.
All right, well,
I can't be doing that once a week, bro. I get way too antsy.
All right. Pedro, did you catch any of the news of the PS5?
I did.
And you will be buying the one that comes with the CD drive, right?
I will not be buying that fucking hunk of garbage, but for those who are interested in it, yeah, I think the disc drive is probably the best bet unless you're a digital type of person and you don't really care about a physical collection. Yeah, it's decently priced. Their competitor, the Xbox, has their cheapest price. I think it is $299, and they're going for $499. But the Xbox is like dumbed down, like it's not as powerful as their strong system, whatever you want to call it, their standalone. But the PS4, PS5, both versions of them are the same specs, except one has a disc drive and one does not. So you're paying more, but you're also not losing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just a competitor. But then again, you have the Xbox that has the Game Pass where you pay $5 a month and you get a fucking humongous. It's like the Netflix of video games, and you can play anything whenever the fuck you want. So that's like an incentive for like mothers and parents.
Was that like their answer to Stadia?
Stadia, fucking that shit was get that shit out of here. No one gives a fuck about Stadia. Why are you even talking about Stadia? Move on, bro. That shit's whack.
Well, I know nobody cares about Stadia, but the fact that like Google comes out, announces the Stadia thing,
Yeah.
and then Xbox goes, "Oh, okay. Well, how about we do this?"
Xbox is like, we've been doing that. Like, what's up? This shit's whack. Now, what Stadia does is that it live streams it.
Okay.
Xbox, what it is, it's like it's like the
Like
problem with
Netflix.
Stadia is you still have to pay for it, but you pay for it full price, $60, and it streams it to you, and you never own it. So like once you stop paying for the streaming service, the $60 is gone. So it's like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? You don't own that.
Now, the PlayStation did announce a PlayStation Plus.
They've always had PlayStation Plus. What they did with the PS5 is if you're brand new to PlayStation, like you've never had a PlayStation, right?
Well, I had a
No.
PS2 back in the day.
Right. Okay. So you don't have a PS4 or PS5.
I don't have an account with PlayStation Network.
There you go. So if you get the PS5 and subscribe to PS Plus, what PS Plus does is every month they give you like a handful of games, maybe like 2 or 3, and for free, and you put it in your library on your account for PS Plus, like a Netflix.
Not for free because you're paying for the subscription service.
Correct, but you know what I'm saying. You pay the subscription. Technically, you're paying to play online, and then they give you those games for free. That's what you're actually paying for. You're paying for the servers to run your games, but then they give you those games also. And when you put them in your library, like you accumulate all these games over the years because every month they give you 3, and it's part of your library. You can play it whenever the fuck you want. You know. So
Right.
you who don't have one, if you jump in now, you have no games because you haven't been with them for years. For PS5, they're giving you that promotion that not everything, they're giving you like a lot of games that are PS Plus, but you didn't have to have a PS Plus account to access them anymore. You're just going to have it, which is kind of slap to the face for the loyal PS Plus members.
Well, but aren't they titles that have been previously released on that?
Yeah, but like I said, you never played them. And if you get a PS4 right now, you can't play them still. But if you get a PS5, you can play all the games that I've played because you get them.
Right, but I mean, I think they're assuming that like the majority of their PS Plus members have already had access to these games. Have already added those games to their library.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It's a slap in the face because you're giving something for new fans. It's a way for them to reel in new fans. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look at the shit we'll give you for free. But then the loyal fans don't get anything. You know what I mean? Like they won't even like. I mean, it might be asking for too much, but I think they should have.
I mean,
given
look,
you something.
that's every
It's like
every loyalty program, every like every membership thing has always been like that.
Yeah,
but
it's
I mean, shit, cable companies, the introductory offers that they offer their new members, but like their existing members get shit. Like it's
yeah, but it's still a slap to the face. I'm not saying it's right, and I'm not saying that the way the Comcast does or whatever the fuck you're talking about is right. I think it's still a slap to the face to the loyal customers who've been paying for years. You know, maybe give them, I don't know, something. Maybe like a month free or some shit like that. Who knows? Anything. Just to be like, thank you for being a fucking part of this, company, whatever.
Hey, man.
But then again, they don't give a fuck. So it's just that. Yeah. I will not be buying a PS5.
Because they know they're not going to.
What?
They know they're not going to lose the majority of their customers, so why would they?
Yeah, exactly. They don't have anything to lose. They're also the biggest company right now, video game wise. I won't be buying a PS5 until they make a Pro because fucking why? There's only like 2. They announced that Miles Morales Spider-Man is going to be a launch where you could play day 1. But in my opinion, that game looks like a buffed up Spider-Man game. Like it's like the original PS4.
I did see they said it would be launching on PS5, but also available on PS4.
I haven't seen that at all. If that's true, then it is exactly what I thought it is. It's just a buffed up, version of the other one. But I haven't seen that. If that's true, that's even less of an incentive to buy that game because that's the only game that I was like, I kind of want to play that. You know what I mean? And the other game. Actually, I don't even know what other game they're releasing at launch. Probably Dark Souls. I don't know.
Well, the game that got a lot of hype today that I saw like pop up in like one of my chats and all that is they have announced like a Harry Potter like an RPG / sandbox game.
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of like fell asleep during that. That's whack.
I know.
Fucking Harry Potter. What am I, 12? Get that shit out of here, bro.
I know it's not your cup of tea, but for people who are listeners of our show, that does fall within our wheelhouse of things that this show covers. So.
Yeah, if you're into that shit, then go for it. That shit looked like whack. But yeah, the thing that hyped me, the only thing that hyped me was Final Fantasy 16. That looks really fucking cool. And obviously Spider-Man looked cool. And then the little teaser at the end for God of War Ragnarok. Just because God of War is fucking God, it's fucking God of War, and the shit's dope as hell. So that's gonna be pretty sick.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. I have the full list of the games if you guys want to
Yeah, do it.
go through them real quick. I got Astro's Playroom, which will be pre-installed. Demon's Souls,
Yeah, that's the one.
Destruction All-Stars, Marvel Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and the Ultimate Edition of the Spider-Man game, and Sackboy: A Big Adventure.
Yeah, they didn't show any of that in the in the thing. They did announce the price for it.
What is Sackboy, bro?
Sackboy is a little Big Planet character. He's literally like a little sack doll.
Mm-hmm.
And that game was like kind of a sandbox for creators. You can make your own levels. And the default character was Sackboy, and you could design him however you want. If I had the camera... What?
Sackboy Sackboy sounds like when they make one of those funny porns. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I was gonna say Sackboy was Gus's nickname in middle school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. But if you want to make it sexual, sure. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, it's Sackboy, bro.
no, I'm with
Bro,
you, man. Sackboy is a pretty bad name.
Whose phone is not on silent?
That's me, bro. That's me.
How dare you?
That was Brandon St. Randy's name before he became Brandon St. Randy. He was Sackboy
Who? Who's Brandon St. Randy?
from the Kevin Smith movies, man.
Kevin Smith, bro. Come on now.
Wait, which one is he?
The gay porn star.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
I'm gonna fuck it.
Yeah.
That is, by the way, one of my favorite scenes in all of Kevin Smith is like shut your mouth, and I'm gonna fuck it like 8 or something like that. And Seth Rogen's like, now if I haven't seen Shut Your Mouth and I'm gonna fuck it 7, will I be lost? Like, oh, speaking of sequel news, we got an announcement. Fast and Furious. Not this next movie that's coming out, which I think is Fast and Furious 9, but apparently Fast and the Furious 10, Fast and the Furious in space.
No way. That's true? Is that true?
That was all over like my feed like a couple of days ago.
Why, bro? Why?
I don't know what to tell you, man.
I don't need to see Ludacris in space, bro. I don't.
or do we need to see Ludacris in space?
Oh,
You never
bro.
know. This might be the greatest thing ever.
He ran out of area codes and he needs more hoes. That's all. He's gonna try to hit up some Martian chicks.
There you go, man.
Oh my god.
But yeah, that was announced Fast and the Furious in space. Oh man. I just
Whenever you add in space to anything, it just becomes gold. That's probably the movie that's going to get me to watch Fast and the
No,
Furious.
you know it's gonna be a Mel Brooks film because that's what it sounds like.
Speaking of some wacky ass shit, the owner at Tate's had a face mask today. Said, and the face mask said "Spaceball," the face mask.
No, Evan has that, I think.
yeah.
You have the Spaceballs, the face
I have
mask.
Spaceballs the face mask.
Yeah.
Oh, nice! I didn't know that. Have you ever showed it off on chat or on the podcast? Because I've never seen
I
it.
think I posted a picture of it in the chat.
Oh, well, I didn't see it.
Like, I mean, that's
I saw that and I
you
thought it
guys-
was pretty funny.
Talk amongst yourselves for a second. I'll be right
You gonna
back.
go find it? No, you don't have to.
He's gonna-
I don't have to go find it. I know exactly where it is.
All right. Oh, Lopes.
Yeah.
If Mel Brooks made Fast and Furious in space, how would it go? Tell me. Are you a Mel Brooks fan?
I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I do like his movies. I do like his movies.
I think they're so great.
There would be a lot of Jewish jokes in it. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
You would have a token black guy being very stereotypical.
I mean, but in Fast and Furious, I feel like they're like half black guys.
Yeah, but that's the Mel Brooks way. He would flip it. It would be mostly white guys, and like the supporting characters would be the black guys, and they wouldn't even be racing. They'll just be like the president and like business owners and just people who have absolutely nothing to do with the racing scene, and it would be a bunch of like loser ass racers that don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the fucking there he is.
There he is.
Did it look like this?
Face mask.
No, it was just Spaceballs, like really cheaply done. Just Spaceballs real big, and then the face mask and like fine print underneath it, and like stars. It was like really no effort put into it. It was funny.
But yeah,
Speaking of today, I also went to the comic shop and I went to go pick up my pull list. And bro, you know how I love statues, like resin statues?
yeah.
Yes.
Well, I got there. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but they had the DC collectibles Bruce Timm Harley Quinn statue, but it was life size.
Cool.
And I know, fuck it, it's not hype. But for me, I saw that and I was like, I want it. How much is it? And he's like $5,000. And for a second, I thought about it.
What's
like,
wrong with you, dude?
Now,
I don't know, bro. I love it.
When you say life size,
Yeah,
is she like 5'2", 5'1"?
she's 5 something on a stand. She equals out to about 6 feet on a stand.
On a stand. Okay, so the thing's my height.
It's life size. It's a human size. It's human. It's resin. It's
right, but I didn't know it came on a stand like on a platform. I thought it was just
no. It's like a little base, and the base is about like maybe 5 inches, 6 inches.
We're trending on a sex doll page. That's weird.
Oh, word. Hey, bro, fucking whatever. Any listener's a good listener. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, does that sex doll page offer sponsorships? And will they give us some money because we'll plug them on the show?
Exactly.
That's true. I'm not above that.
Exactly.
I'm not above that
either.
Are you guys like? When did you guys get into podcasting?
Me?
Like
Not when
listening.
you started podcasting, but like when you started listening to podcasts.
Oh, like 2 years ago, I think.
Okay, so 2 years ago, this fad was kind of over, but I started listening to podcasts like a decade ago, and back then, like every other podcast was sponsored by Fleshlight.
By who? Oh, Fleshlight, really?
By Fleshlight.
Hilarious.
Fleshlight is a great
Literally,
product.
like you would get like all kinds of podcasts, like sponsored by Joe Rogan, Kevin Smith, all of them. Fleshlight was a sponsor.
Actually, it's kind of funny how women don't get like how do you fucking word this? Like women when they have like sex toys, no one bats an eye. They're like, oh, that's totally normal. But if a dude has a flashlight that's like super like degrading, it's like people kind of make fun of you and shit. But why? I don't understand why. It's the same shit, isn't it?
It is the same shit.
It's the same exact shit.
It's the same shit. I think it's just it's like, well, I mean,
let's be real. It's a lot harder for a guy to get laid than a girl.
It is.
Let's just be real.
I don't
the person who doesn't need one is a woman. It's the guys who need that shit.
I mean, yeah. Look, when it comes to, I've always been very much a proponent of yes, any woman can go out to any social place like a bar or a club, and if they choose to, can go home with a guy. Like
not so much. So, but that's why I think it's funny. So, like, if a chick has like multiple fucking vibrators or dildos, whatever the fuck you want to use them, and then if a guy has one single fleshlight, all his boys rag on him. Just every single one of them, just fucking bash him.
You know what I think it is? I think it's like if you're a woman, like, let's face it, most of us guys maybe a little clueless, maybe a little lost, don't know exactly what to do. Some of us are not. Some of us are, very cunning when it comes to working our way around the area. But if you're a guy, I mean, it's one motion and you're done. And I mean, the fact that you would have to spend money, like at that point, you're just kind of exercising your I guess your fantasy role playing a little bit or whatever.
No, I think if you have a fleshlight, you're just straight up exercising so that you're not a one pump chump.
I don't know.
That's it. Self-improvement. Self-improvement. Get better, Papa.
Well, that's what they advertise. I don't know if it actually translates to that. Like,
Whatever. I just
like I know
thought about that
that's
right
always
now when
been
you
one of
said
their
sex
famous.
dolls.
Uh,
And
they have a version called like the stamina training unit, which, I mean, if you're controlling the pace and you're controlling the rhythm, aren't technically all of them stamina training units?
yeah. I just thought it was funny because you brought up the sex doll trending shit. I
Well,
just
Gus
thought about
brought it
that
up.
for a second, and I was like, oh, that's so weird. How it was like, you know, double
But
sided.
yeah,
Anyway,
it's funny, man. It's like back in the old days of podcasting, it was like Fleshlight was a major sponsor of a lot of podcasts. I used to listen to. I remember there used to be a lot of what was it, Blue Chew or something like that Viagra alternative.
Oh yeah.
There was a lot of it was a lot of like selling sex stuff like on
To older
podcasts because
dudes. Yeah,
that's who was online. That's
that's
now
true.
it's more mainstream. Oh,
Yeah.
it's funny because like every other podcast that wasn't sponsored by Fleshlight was sponsored by Audible.com.
Oh yeah. Yep. That one I have heard.
Yeah.
Audible.com. Maybe if it's good enough for Joe Rogan's $100 million looking ass, it's good enough for me.
Hey, bro. At this point, you know, we pay for the server, and I'll take any sponsorship that wants to throw money at us.
Yeah, for real.
You know, hell, this week I was even thinking about opening up a TeePublic store and just throwing our logo on there, and just like if anybody wants to buy a shirt with our logo on it, at least we'll get like $1 or $2 from it.
Yeah, we could do that. Lemon City is launching our merch store this week, so
There you
we
go.
can help you. We can set that up for WAFS, man.
Yeah. You know, and if only we had somebody on the podcast who was an artist who could come up with designs.
Who could help us out with that?
I don't know, maybe somebody who's got a catchphrase. I'd buy a shirt that says trash on it.
Trash.
I'm just saying, if we were sponsored by the Ass Pounder 4000, I'll be all right with it.
I will take money from the Ass Pounder 4000. I will take any sponsorship. I will sell anything. All right? I don't care. I don't care. I don't even care how it makes me look. It's not like I'm planning on running for office one day.
All right, check out this professional segue. Did you guys see Mulan?
I
No,
did not
I'm not
see
seeing
Mulan.
it.
Good, because I heard it's awful. Every
Really?
single
So-
person I've spoken to has said this movie's terrible.
So I
That's
first of all,
unfortunate.
my major issue with the movie is
It's
not
$30.
political. That's what was gonna be. Like I'm gonna pay. You want me to pay $30 to see today something that I'm gonna get on my feed anyway in like 3 months from now that I wasn't planning on seeing in theaters anyway? It's like I'll wait. But even then, even when it does come out eventually, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch it because you take out the talking dragon, which is arguably the best part of that movie,
Yeah.
because you want to do a serious take on Mulan, and then you give her magic powers.
Yep.
Like, really?
You gotta go all the way. You either go all the way or you don't.
Exactly. You think that I won't believe that she talks to a tiny dragon, but the fact that there's a lady that turns into animals, that part is I can believe, and accept it wholeheartedly.
Oh, she turns into animals? That's her That's her
Not
magic.
her, but like one of the other characters.
Ah.
Like she like not only does she morph into animals,
Uh-huh.
which is one set of magic powers. At one point, apparently, she morphs into like a flock of animals. Like she turns into like a flock of bats or something like that.
That's fucking dope, bro.
And it's like,
I think that's pretty cool. I don't know what you're
yeah, but I'm going back to the argument of you pulled out the dragon because you wanted to do something more realistic, and then you have that.
Meanwhile, they just finished making a movie about a bunch of animals talking to each other. It's a little thing called The Lion King.
Did you guys see there? If you get a chance, just go to YouTube. Just type in "I fixed the Lion King," and someone took like the live action version of Lion King and like
Threw in the
cartoonized
garbage?
all of the characters.
What did they do?
They took it and they made the characters more cartoonish.
Oh, okay.
So like it's still CG and it's still like the realistic colors of CG. They just gave them like cartoon eyes and all of that. You know, and it looks better. I can't argue with it. When the guy says I fixed the Lion King, he kind of sort of did. Which you guys were talking about yesterday, the LA Rams and their uniforms, and you said how is it possible that like they've got like a group of people that they're paying a ton of money to who fuck up a uniform, and some guy in his garage like can fix it.
Exactly.
Same thing. They paid a ton of money to all these artists, and some kid learning how to use like his software probably sat down in his computer lab at school for like a couple of days and fixed it.
Yep. Same thing. Happens all the time too. That's what happened with Sonic originally when they first came out with the Sonic, and then a bunch of people said, "No, it should look like this," and they made a badass looking Sonic, and then they had to fix it.
And then they redid the movie and made it look like a badass looking Sonic.
And the movie made money, and the movie's getting a sequel because they listen to the people.
Yeah, bro, you got to give people what they want.
You don't fuck with Sonic fans, bro. Sonic.
Yeah. Which, by the way, have you guys had a chance to check out the documentary series on Netflix called High Score?
Oh, I have. I actually did see that.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty decent one. It's not the best documentary I've ever seen about video games, but it's not horrible.
It's very pandering, isn't it?
In certain areas.
Towards the end, I was like they weren't telling you that this guy was gay, but I was just like, if I'm looking at the track record, this guy's probably gay, and then he was.
Which guy? Because like I'm pretty sure that like they announced like every person that was gay.
No, the guy who did the Tranny Doom game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they.
They said he was gay when he was. The game is actually called Dungeons and Trannies or something like that. I don't know, something like that. Dungeons.
I thought you were talking about.
I remember. No, he made a game, and the villain at the end, and it was some
Pat Buchanan.
Pat Buchanan.
Right, you're talking about Gay Blade.
Yes.
Yeah, Gay Blade.
I'm pretty sure he.
Yeah.
It wasn't said like right off the bat, like they were just talking about it, and then he's like, exactly. They didn't even say that he was gay, but he was like, oh, I made a game for the transgender community and all that stuff. Yeah. But I mean, it is interesting, but
although I kind of find his story bullshit.
No, I don't care. I don't care if there's legit.
You're a game developer. You've been selling your game, and you left behind the master copies at the house, and the movers never showed up, and you lost the master copies. If you're a game developer, that's the kind of thing that like comes with you in your bag. You don't leave that in the house to be moved.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's just like the majority of that documentary was talking about like actual big,
Well, yeah, I love the stuff when they actually get into like the game history and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. The majority of that shit was about actual game history, and then they would throw in, I made a transgender game, one that wasn't even successful. He just made one. Okay, cool. Like 1 million people have done that. That's dope. And then, what was that one guy who he was a gay, what's his name? The gay black guy who wanted to play football, and he ended up
working for EA Sports.
Exactly. Like, okay, but that's kind of pandering. Is like,
but you see, but at least that guy, he actually had a significant contribution in that. Up until that 1995 game that he actually worked on,
he suggested
all
that
the
they make
football
him black.
players in Madden were always shown as like
white guys,
whitish brown.
Yeah, and then he convinced them to make him black, and then
the
next Madden was majority black. Yeah, it makes sense because majority of the NFL is actually black. But like, how many other people are like that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not hating on it. That's fine, but I kind of felt like they added that in just to like,
there are certain points in which it feels forced.
Yeah, that to me felt. But it was actually really
where like the first kid, the one who won like the championship in what game was it?
Every kid won something. It was there was one for Tetris.
The one who wound up becoming a
transgender. That was Asteroid. No, Asteroid Missile Command.
No, Missile Command were the kids at MIT, and that they invented a way to like kind of.
And it was Asteroid. Well, it was that game with the fucking rockets, and you have to shoot the missiles before hitting the ground.
Space Invaders.
Space Invaders. That's right.
Space Invaders. Okay, I get it. Like, hey man, everything was always I'm either a guy or a girl, and in this game, I was just a rocket ship blowing things up, and I felt right at home. I get it. That's fine.
Yeah, but he
That
was also a champion. He was like the champion of that game. So like it makes sense for the documentary. And then
Right.
those people just out of
but
nowhere for no reason.
yeah, I know what you're saying. Like with that Gay Blade, like that, like if that game would have been a commercial success, then I'm like, all right, yeah, definitely, it's a game that everybody's heard of.
What I'm saying is that story was in the wrong documentary because I felt like that documentary was talking about the history of video games, and it should have that particular story should have been like the untold stories of video game history. You know what I mean? Like stuff you didn't know because I had no idea about Gay Blade. I had fucking no idea about that game. I didn't even know that shit existed.
No,
and then
never
they
heard
showed
of
me
it.
that, and I was like, oh man, let me see if I can find that shit on the internet. That shit'll be funny
You
as
know.
hell.
I liked, but I like how they get into that couple that like
Those guys are iconic. Those guys are iconic.
Yeah.
Man.
But
Cool.
I didn't really know about like the history of RPGs. I didn't know about them.
They
But how
made-
they were the first ones to create like a graphic RPG game.
Yeah.
Because the first RPG games were all text based.
Yeah, they turned
Oh,
D&D they turned D&D from like text into like an actual character moving, and you could like
And the way he
Yeah.
did it was ingenious, where it was like, well, I mean, I didn't have like a ton of memory on it, so I just wound up learning how to draw things using straight lines. And it's like, yeah, that's ingenious. That's awesome.
yeah, he did.
I loved what do you call it? I love that they give a shout out to the guy that invented the cartridge. You know, the from even though the Channel F system never took off, never went anywhere, Atari blasted it out of the water.
See, but that was another
He invented the technology.
that was another story where a bunch of people did the same thing at the same time. That was the black dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That I'm not taking credit away from him, but like a lot of people did the same thing at the same time, and
Well, a lot of people were trying to work
They-
on that technology, but he actually successfully created it.
They mentioned that his family members, like his family members that he left behind, because I think he's passed at this point. They
Yeah,
said that they said there are other people that also contributed, but you know, my dad or whoever he is to them, I think he's their
no, it
dad.
was
Yeah,
his
it was his
dad.
dad.
It was his dad.
Yeah, okay. They said my dad is the one that's remembered because he was like the lead guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
No, that was cool. That one was cool. I fucking love the Doom one because,
Mhm.
dude, Doom is like that was my step into PC gaming, and when I played that, I was like, holy crap, what the fuck is a Super Nintendo?
Well, the entire time that they were leading up to Doom, I was like, but are they going to talk about Wolfenstein?
Well, obviously, that's the
Because
thing. That came,
Wolfenstein was the first FPS game that I ever played.
yeah, but like, but the one that made the difference in history was Doom because it was online.
Doom was the one that was like, because Doom was the one that introduced like LAN party play.
You could play online and shit. That shit was sick as fuck. No, that documentary was really interesting. Even the stuff that I thought was pandering was still interesting. I just felt like they were out of place. Like that Gay Blades, I still think is fucking amazing that even exists out there somewhere. But
Well, that's the thing. Like apparently, like whatever exists is like copies of copies.
exactly. But in my opinion, I think it would have been more interesting to talk about like the feud between Nintendo and PlayStation and how they parted ways. But they didn't even mention that shit.
Well, this series gave me a lot of vibes. Felt a lot like the Toys That Made Us series.
Yep, it did.
So I wouldn't be surprised if it gets
Season 2.
for another season. Because like I especially loved like the Sega episode, which Gus, I don't know if you've gotten there yet.
I haven't gotten there yet.
They
The-
nailed it with that one.
They
That
get
was-
into like the guy that they hired to run Sega of America, and how he came up with the plan on how to basically defeat Nintendo in America.
Yep.
You know, so it's just so many memories just watching it, like all those old commercials and stuff like that.
Nintendo
frickin',
Sega does was Nintendo don't. That was like the best
Yeah.
slogan ever if you wanted
But
to trash.
the freaking the Rock competition on MTV
Yeah, the one in what was that?
and
prison?
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz. So
Like
crazy.
that brought back. I was watching. I was like, holy shit! I remember this. And I remember. I think Edwin and I think tried to go to the qualifier in the Hard Rock in Miami back in the day. But it was just like, man, it's like man, there's so many memories on this. It's just the
documentary was interesting as hell. I love that that whole like the world of like video games and how it evolves and shit. Because there's so many like little stories. Like for me, what the coolest thing is the PlayStation situation. One of the biggest games is Final Fantasy VII. That's one of the biggest games of all time.
Mhm.
That game looks like shit because it was designed to play on the PlayStation Nintendo PlayStation, which was going to have like weaker hardware, but it was going to be like the sound quality and the graphics quality would be boosted, but nothing was in 3D except for the models. So everything's walking on paper. You know what I mean? It looked like shit. And the reason why it came out for PlayStation is because PlayStation and Nintendo had like a feud because Nintendo was going to make that system with them. And then at the last minute, they're like, nah, we ain't doing nothing with Sony. We're going with Panasonic. And then they made a fucking shitty ass Panasonic system. And then and then PlayStation was so fucking pissed off that they're like, fuck it, we're doing our own thing. And then they did their own thing and they got the rights to use Final Fantasy, which every Final Fantasy was a Nintendo property. And it was the first one that wasn't was 7. And that game looked like shit. But it made buku bucks. And
it looked like shit by today's standards. Back then,
it looked like shit back then. If you compare it to like games that were also coming out at the time, that game looked like bad because it was designed for Super Nintendo.
So why did it do so well? Was it just the story and the game?
The game was phenomenal, and like it was the first move into 3D because remember Super Nintendo did the Panasonic thing, and the Panasonic thing came out like horrible, like really bad. If you guys have the time, look up Panasonic's Legend of Zelda, and you'll see what I'm talking about. It's really bad. And then
whenever it says Panasonic, I just immediately remember like the 3DO or something like that. Right? Wasn't that them, the 3DO?
I think so.
And
I think 3DO,
3DO Adventure or Bonk's Adventure or something like that.
I don't know. I think that sounds
with a big head.
That sounds like Sega. 3DO. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I fucking lost where I was. Fucking thanks, Evan. You do this all the time.
Hey, I threw you off track, man. What are you gonna do? Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, so it's an interesting series. Gus, it's not that long. I'm sure you'll be done with it soon. Anyways, if there's something out there on Netflix you guys want us to check out, you guys want us to review, let us know in the comments. Let us know. Just post it. Like, you know, we can always do like a group watch. Like post something up in the chat. Be like, hey, you guys should check out this movie, and we'll check it out. So I think we're getting ready to wrap this up. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish this up. I'll pull out the R2 unit over here.
Are you gonna show me your deck?
I'm gonna show you my deck.
Yeah.
And today we've got WCW trading cards. WCW 1991 trading cards.
WCW was around in 1991?
WCW was around in 1991.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Anyways. Got a nice little old school logo there.
Cool. So what you got for us? Who do you want to get before you open it up?
So 1991, there's probably, and I don't remember too much, but there's probably going to be, let me see, Sting, Lex Luger, Ric Flair.
If we have a Sting one, let's hold it off because a friend of the podcast, Tony, he's like a huge fan of Sting. So
all right, cool. So first guy we got here is Tommy Rich.
Yes.
Never heard of him.
Oh.
But
dope ass jacket though. Look at that stupid haircut. It looks dumb as
this is gonna be early '90s wrestling, man. We might get some stuff here that's Dutch Mantel.
Dutch Mantle.
Yeah. Now Dutch Mantel, I have heard of.
Cousin of Dutch Oven.
He wound up eventually coming to WWF in the last decade as a manager.
Oh.
He
All right.
The guy's got a glorious beard, though. I'll say that much now.
Talks to all the Karens.
That shit goes all the way to his fucking collarbone.
He actually has done a few episodes of Dark Side of the Ring.
Yeah, for real. What is that sweater he's wearing? Oh wait,
no, that's his chest hair. Oh, the Fabulous Freebirds. You got a little Michael P.S. Hayes there.
Freebird.
Look at
Oh man, those glasses are something else, bro.
that. Oh,
Lex
the total
Booger.
package. Lex Luger.
Lex Luger.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at
Oh,
those
yeah.
locks.
I remember that guy.
It definitely looks like he was raised in a trailer park.
Look, it's Jim Ross.
Oh,
Good old
Oh
JR.
my god! Oh my god, Jr. I can't believe they put him through a table.
And I think that's a bearded Lex Luger.
Dude, those
Whoa.
motherfuckers are fucking for sure juiced up.
oh yeah.
This is Jim Ross before the cowboy hat and before the Bell's palsy.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
Stang.
Ooh, boy.
Back before he became like the Crow when he was like doing the colorful makeup.
Is he still doing his thing?
No, I think he's retired now.
He's retired.
Yeah. Terry Taylor,
All right, Terry Taylor. No idea who that is.
another fabulous Freebirds card.
Still don't know who they are. Freebird.
Same picture on the back. Two different cards, same picture on the back.
Oh,
That eye line is super fucking intense.
Z-Man.
Z-Man. Okay.
Yo, why do they all got mullets, man?
It was the late 80s, early 90s, bro.
Yeah, but like all of them.
Well,
It's not
Lex
like
Luger
a few
again.
of them. All of them.
doing this torture rack maneuver, and I think that's Arn Anderson on his shoulders.
That is definitely Arn Anderson.
Same picture on the back of the card.
Yeah. He's
They're
got
kind of letting me down on this one, man. It's the same. It's different picture on the front, but it's the same picture on the back.
he's got a mischievous smirk.
We've got Steiner Brothers card. That is Scott Steiner.
No.
Yo, these guys are way too jacked. They're for sure roided up.
There you go.
What is he biting?
Scott on the right and Rick on the left. Rick always came to the ring and wearing those like freaking ear protectors from like
Oh,
wrestling.
Oh shit! Look who's in. Look who's in the chat. Yo, pull up that Sting real quick.
Pull up the Sting.
Yeah.
There it is.
Boom.
Oh, it's about
like-
that time, boy.
I love that. I love that jacket too.
It's about that time.
That'd be you could rock that at a Heat game.
You totally could. And speaking of Sting, there's another Sting card in the pack, but this one's like Sting getting like hit in the face.
Oh,
Is he? It looks like he's about to just grab that guy in his face.
so
Now I guarantee you that guy, that Sting, like that guy just grabbed his head and like it raked him across the eyes or something.
Ah.
Again, same picture on the back. I'm actually a little disappointed in that.
so fun fact about friend of the show, Tony. This guy's got a fighting stick with Sting's face on it. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. It's a fight stick with Sting's face, and the colors for the buttons are the same as Eben's hat. It's the same colors like that. And it's classic Sting, not the black and white Sting where he looked like the Crow and shit.
What do you think about this comment, Eben? Bret Hart swagger jacked Sting.
So I know that's like the one match we never really got in WCW because Bret just got injured. So Bret Hart leaves WWF, goes to WCW. WCW never really does anything with him because Bret Hart just got like after like 20 years in the WWF and never being injured, he gets to WCW and is constantly injured. So we never really got to like see much with him as far as WCW. The shame of it is that like Sting didn't then come to WWE after WWE bought WCW. He decided to kind of like go off, and he did TNA for a long time. And by the time he eventually came to WWE, he was already old and almost at the end of his career. So I don't know when he says Bret Hart swagger jacked him. Bret Hart always had kind of the same look. Bret Hart always had that like black and pink, He did have the black leather jacket, and he had the little tassels on the shoulder pads. But he was never like super exaggerated. If anything, Sting kind of jacked Macho Man.
Ooh.
Because Macho Man was the guy that would come out with like the jackets with all like the tassels and all of that, and Macho Man started doing that like in the late '80s.
Mm.
So, you know,
Mira eso.
so that's my response to his comment about Sting had the jackets that fit. I don't know if he took the Scorpion Deathlock. Brett was using the sharpshooter forever. Like that's to say he took the Scorpion Death. Like Sting is not like, and I think even Sting will tell you like he was never like the tactician guy. Sting was very good as an entertainer. Sting was very solid in the ring. I don't think he was the mat tactician that Brett was. I don't know, Tony. We'll see.
Gonna have to.
I had to do more research on that.
Yeah, that's a super fan. Sting's super fan. This guy literally has a shrine. He has a shrine of Sting.
All right.
You won't win this fight.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan of any one particular wrestler. I'm an all around guy. I like to see all that.
If I had to pick one wrestler,
I'm gonna write to Jim Cornette. I'm gonna say, Jim Cornette, who invented the Scorpion, the sharpshooter slash Scorpion Deathlock?
Well, all I know
probably some Japanese guy who invented that move.
All I know is that Sting's mascot animal is a literal scorpion. So I'm just throwing that one out there. He made it up. I'm just saying that's a Scorpion Deathlock. That's a Sting move.
Well, I mean, yeah, like there you go. Tony agrees with me. Some Japanese guy.
Yeah, his name was Stinger.
It was probably called like leg hold to destroy enemy and like you know
enemy's power level from the heart or something like that. Stinger.
But yeah, but it's a fun little pack of cards. Definitely like some names I recognize, some names I don't. But
if anybody in the chat wants any of them, hit us up.
Yeah, I mean, I am not particularly attached to any of these cards. I did get a binder with some pages just to start throwing these in, just so they wouldn't like be laying around like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. I mean, I got to see how many cards are in this set. Maybe you never know. I'm pretty sure if I went online and I was like WCW 1991 full collection, I might be able to get a full set for like $20 or something like that. So you don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
These cards weren't that expensive though. I think I got like 7 packs of these cards for like $8.
What other decks do you have in R2D2?
Well, okay, so
what other brands?
I've removed everything that we've already opened on the show.
Oh, why? So, just leaving them all in there.
Well, no, because once we go through this, then I'll replenish.
Okay.
I got plenty of cards.
Okay.
We've got some wacky packs. Wacky packs.
I don't even know what the fuck that is. Whenever we get that, that's when we'll learn.
So that's like they're like stickers, but they're like parodies of like actual brands.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty funny.
We've got some Marvel superhero magnets.
Oh.
I like magnets.
Yeah.
Oh, if there is a Magneto magnet, I kind of want that.
It's kind of
we got some
meta and on brand.
Yeah.
We got History of WrestleMania Series 2.
Oh shit.
We got some Superstars of Music.
Noise.
From what year? Because that's very important.
What year is that? Doesn't say.
1991.
Oh, Superstars of Music, 1991. Definitely no hip hop.
No,
we've got.
That's just gonna be.
Give Lopes Prince and give me Michael Jackson.
There it is.
So we've got a Silver Surfer Prism cards.
Oh, they're all Silver Surfer, I guess.
All cards are Prism cards.
What does
this
that mean?
one I'm actually a little bit nervous about because Prism cards can be a little bit shiny, and any kind of like shiny card, if it wasn't stored, well, you guys found out last night on Lemon City when you take like a glossy card, if they're not stored correctly, if they were put like in a high heat or high humidity area, those cards will stick together and you can ruin the cards.
Like if you left them next to your flashlight.
Yeah.
Get all sticky.
Hey, bring it back, baby.
We got some Yoan TV Raps cards.
Oh, those are definitely going to have some.
Look at my
This is also 1991.
That's where we're going to get the hip hop stuff right there.
I want the whole
I bet you anything there's going to be a crisscross card in that thing. Bet you money, bro.
Yeah. I hope not, but
there's definitely going to. I hate to break it to you, bud.
Okay. Let me quickly, I just want to take a look real quick at the Etsy shop that I got these from. I want to give this guy a shout out because I ordered some cards from him. He threw in a couple of freebies. He threw in that Bill and Ted card that we opened up the Bill and Ted episode. He also threw in these Gargoyles cards.
Ooh.
So we got only one package of this. But shout out to Wonderland Toys on Etsy, out of Brooklyn Heights, Ohio.
All right.
Well, there's a Brooklyn outside of New York. Crazy.
Yeah, there is. There's a Brooklyn Heights. We got some Ninja Turtles, the second series.
How much you want to bet this guy, this Brooklyn Heights, what is it? Toyland? What is it called? You just
Wonderland Toys.
Wonderland Toys. How much you want to bet this guy was like an owner of a comic shop back in the day?
It's very possible.
And this is like the back stock they never sold.
So I don't know if you remember Series 1 Ninja Turtles cards came like 15 cards.
Mm-hmm.
This only comes with 5 cards and a sticker, but it also came with a stick of bubble gum.
Nice.
Oh, you got to eat it.
Hell no.
You have to.
You got to do it.
Kill me.
Them's the rules, Evan.
We've got some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze cards.
Ooh, that's a fucking good one.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie.
Oh, shit.
Oh. All right. Go Ninja.
Power Rangers.
Go.
I used to have
This was another freebie that he threw in, by the way. So
Cool.
Nice.
Let me get that Rita Repulsa, bro.
We got some DC Cosmic cards.
Okay.
Dude, Gus, this is in your lane. I was going through some of my old like comic books and trading cards, and I found my Pogs, by the way.
Ooh.
Whoa! And
I was thinking about ordering Pogs.
Yo, you know what I found in the middle of all that shit?
What?
A first year Shaquille O'Neal card.
Nice.
I don't know if it's worth. No, not rookie. He wasn't a rookie. It was his first year professional or whatever. And then, is it rookie? But it doesn't say rookie on it. You know how those cards have like rookie on it? Like it says rookie card. It didn't say that. So I just saw the jersey. It was his like when he was in Orlando, and it was like one of the first. Anyway,
he was there for a few years.
Okay, so maybe I thought he was there shorter. And then I found
around to the back and see if it has stats from a previous year.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now. And then the other one I found was Jordan, Jordan 96, I want to say.
Nice.
Let me check it out.
All right. We got some GI Joe trading cards.
GI Joe.
And then we've got some American Gladiators.
Ooh, I like that.
And Marvel Series 1.
Nice.
So
nice.
A nice little eclectic collection of things in here. A nice little like variety. You know, it's not all the same stuff. Just give it a kind of a shuffle there.
Yeah.
And so nothing's repeated. Once we go through this, I've got a bunch of more decks of the same, and we'll refill it and we'll go through it again.
Sounds good.
So
man.
we've got decks there for the next like.
It was 95.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Shaquille 95 in Orlando. I don't know what year that was. I don't know if that was in the beginning. Anyway.
All right. So yeah, so that that'll bring us to an end of this episode.
Thanks for your deck picks.
Oh yeah,
there you go. So again, Tony, mint condition, buddy.
Headed your way.
We'll see how we get that to you.
Yeah, man.
Might just send them the whole pack.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah.
Everybody, don't forget to follow us at We Ain't Found Sith on all social media platforms. Shout out to Tony for watching on Twitch and commenting.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. We want some more Twitch viewers.
And
Get a ranking.
you know, if you've got some old trading cards you guys haven't opened, you want to send our way, then hit up Gus in the DMs.
Yeah, slide in my DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways.
we're on Twitch. We're at twitch.tv/We Ain't Found Sith all together.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, if you guys are subscribed to Twitch, go ahead and check it out. If you guys have Amazon Prime, you can give us a fucking sub, and that would help us out a lot. So yeah, thanks, guys.
Yep.
Wait, are we actually charging money for people to sub to us on Twitch?
No, but you could do it. It would still help us.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know anything about Twitch. I'm the old man when it comes to that. Anyways, later, Sith heads.